I'm here in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia for the GBS Summit and visiting with our team. And we're taking the time to record the podcast, get people live and in person. And joining me now is Rob from our Australia team. Rob, how you doing?
I'm not too bad. Yourself, Jeremy?
Doing great, doing great. Are you a podcaster? Is this something that you normally do with the bright lights on you?
No, not for me. I tend to avoid the spotlight and the camera, should we say. So it's first for me. Normally a listener, not a participant.
All right, well, it's looking good on you. Well, welcome. Thank you for joining. So you're a fairly newbie at Horizontal. Tell us about your joining, how long it's been, what that's been like.
Yeah, I think I've just completed about my fourth month, about going into the fifth. I think the start was very hectic. Obviously, a mutual connection put me in touch with Trijith. Got on the phone. I've had a conversation with yourself. I think the next thing I know, within about 2 weeks, I'm upping sticks from Perth to Melbourne. Better half and dog in tow. And just overall a hectic time, trying to sort out housing, obviously a future child on the way, starting a new business, getting to know new people, getting to know a new team. And sort of the last 4 months have been a bit of a whirlwind, and it's been fantastic to kind of meet everyone today in person.
Tell me about that conversation with your wife. What was that like? Was she like, hey, if you're in, let's do it? Or was she doing a lot of diligence on what this was going to look like?
I think it's a bit of both. I think the opportunity with Horizontal and what you guys want to achieve in Australia kind of aligns with what I was looking for. It's a bit of a cliche, but the people that you meet and potentially the people you work with make a big difference. And I think, yeah, if you're going to base it on the weather, it's not going to happen. But I think she's, in all fairness to her, she's very pragmatic. She understands that it's an opportunity. It's something we can build, part of a bigger group of people. And yeah, luckily for me, she's very supportive. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't be sitting here.
Yeah, baby on the way. We're moving. Thank you for taking on the opportunity and to your wife for supporting that to happen. That's amazing. So, you mentioned that your goals kind of aligning with Horizontals. Kind of talk about what you feel the opportunity is in Australia.
I think kind of goes a little bit back to what most of the others have said. Look, I think there's an opportunity in the Australian market regards to being a high quality service. I think the toolkit that Horizontal have, not just the staffing piece, the professional services piece, the outcomes, the offshoring, the customers and our clients have multiple options, I suppose, to fill their pain points. As not just a one-stop shop, not just there to fill, staffing needs. If there's a piece for outcomes, it's there. If they wish to offshore because of, the cost efficiencies, that's also there as an option. It just gives them lots of opportunities, and it's a nice conversation starter with clients to get them to open up, understand a bit more about their business. It's fantastic, like I say, to meet the other leaders from the other APAC regions to understand, some of the things that they can help support with, where the synergies are, some of the global clients that we have, how we can leverage each other's strengths. It's been fantastic.
Yeah, so we talk about collaboration as a core value. You're feeling that early on in your tenure?
Yeah, I think it's been a bit of a whirlwind because obviously a lot of the support we have currently in Australia is in other geographical regions. So yeah, you have to collaborate, you have to get on the phone, you have to reach out. Otherwise, nothing's going to happen. But you got to go, Srijith, who is this individual? Where are they? Like, who do I speak with this? And over time, you start to put the pieces together. And like I say, this week has been quite nice. You can actually start to put some of the faces to some of the names.
Yeah, that's awesome. And when you look at Australia as a market and the opportunities there, you come here and you just kind of feel the pull towards AI and really fast transformation. Where is Oz at in that continuum?
Yeah, I think when I look at Australia, I think the AI piece is causing some massive disruption within the larger corporate world. I think everyone seems to be running with it. They're trying it. They want to see what's going to happen with it. I think you're probably seeing in the market some shifting of the workforce, whether or not that's moving to the gig economy, whether or not that's maybe some of the older generation have got the knowledge, have got the experience, maybe being displaced a little bit. I personally think we're going to have a bit of a bump in the road, but I think over the next few years, that skill and knowledge base is going to come back in, whether or not how the workforce is changing. Is it 3 days a week, 2 days a week? If I look at Australia as a whole, similar to most of the, I suppose, geographical locations, there's going to be a big skill shortage. Now, with AI, cybersecurity, and data, I mean, looking at the data out the next 2 to 5 years, there's an expectation of, I think, anything from 300 to 500,000 people shortage within the IT sector. So, there's only so much immigration can do that. And I think with the tool sets that we have in regards to the outreach into the Asia-Pac region, as Vijay, Indian country director, said, India have got a very big population. They've got great depth of skill set. And it's a great way for, business in Australia to use horizontal to tap into that. And I think one of horizontal strengths is a lot of the, let's say, staffing companies in Australia don't have this. They normally tend to deal with third parties regards to offshore, where horizontal's got a real strength is that we own those offshore teams. We have those offices in those locations. We can offer like direct services that, maybe some of the others can't. And you get that, I suppose, that feeling of quality, that feeling of customer service. It's there because they're part of the same business. It's not a third party that's, playing the game for them.
So what trends are you seeing at a macro level there, where you see offshoring? Do you see onshoring? Do you see just all types of activities to try to get the work done? What's kind of in vogue today?
I think at the minute, a lot of businesses are moving from the capex to opex piece. So as a consequence, cost constraints are coming in. That doesn't mean the work stops. That means businesses have got to be a bit more open to how they engage and what they're looking at. I think the opportunity, particularly for us and particularly in Australia, is that offshore piece. And what I mean by that is, I think the guys have tried the bigger guys in town, the big systems integrators. We all know who they are. And let's just say some of the, I suppose, experiences haven't been fantastic. I think there's a definite opportunity for us within that services space to fulfill that need. It gives the Australian hiring manager a bit more control. They can hire and select and interview the person that's doing the job, whether that might be based wherever that's based in Asia Pac, and they get that control piece. Yet they know the knowledge of, they've got someone in Australia they can leverage on. They've got the teams they can speak with. We're there to sort of hold their hand and move forward. And I think it's a great opportunity to be a bit more, I suppose, customized and tailored to these businesses. They feel like they've got some control. They're not just getting a team that they haven't hired or picked, trying to fulfill a project. They know that the guys and girls doing the work, they've had a hand in hiring.
That's awesome. And as we come down the stretch in 25, you're still getting your legs under you a little bit, but what are you excited about going into 26?
I think the team that's there, I think they've got some great skill sets. I think they've all got the opportunity to grow with the business. I think that's the most exciting thing for 26. It looks like we're starting to build some momentum. I don't want to jinx it because you don't count your chickens before they're hatched. But I think moving into next year, like I say, they're working with the wider team, looking at those professional services, the offerings that we have, working with the guys to sell that, getting to the point where we can move out of shared office, trying to sort of build momentum and build the business from scratch. I mean, obviously you've got some big shoes to fill after Vijay and Michelle. We know it's going to take some time, but I think that's the thing. It's being positive, following the core value of hustle. We're going to do a lot of hustling for the next year, 18 months to try and get the business where we need to get it. And on top of that, obviously becoming a father and everything in between, there's lots of moving parts. So next year is going to be a big year for myself and hopefully for Horizontal as well.
Yeah, that's exciting. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate getting to spend some time with you not only this week, but on the podcast here as well. And have a great rest of your time here and safe travels on the way home.
Yeah, will do. Thank you very much.